10 years into the Titan project, Apple has eventually announced that they are giving up. This means that Xiaomi, which just brought us a new car, is now possibly the only tech company in history to manufacture cars on its own. And today, I finally got the chance to drive their first car, the SU7. It's been 1,100 days since Xiaomi announced their EV making plan. It so happens that 36 months is exactly how much time it usually takes for a traditional car maker to develop and validate a new product. But for a tech company like Xiaomi, famous for making smartphones and appliances that has no experience in automobile, is 3 years enough to make a good car? If you watch our previous video on the SU7, you will know that Mr. Lei Jun, Xiaomi's CEO, believes the answer is yes. But can it really be what Mr. Lei Jun had promised? Can it really be a very smart electric vehicle with very solid foundation? That is what we're going to find out today. I'm Harris, you're watching my AV. Given it's a smartphone company, we don't have to worry too much about the software aspect, so we'll get to that bit later. Now let's start with parts where things are most likely to go wrong on a sporty electric sedan. The first thing that can easily go wrong with it is the sitting position. You see the big battery raises the floor, so you can't sit low enough, just like in a proper sports car. But can the SU7 be an exception? I have a Neo ET5, therefore I know how tough it is for an EV maker to get the driving position right in a sports saloon. Besides the floor issue, the sleek roofline cramps the headroom, and the low front affects the position of the steering column, eating into legroom. Then if we take away the unnecessary long L113, the side profile of the SU7 actually looks just like the ET5. But much to my surprise, the SU7 does not have those issues. The position of seat and steering wheel are just right, legroom and headroom are plenty, and the view is great. Interestingly, when you look out to the windscreen, such a low front and pronounced arches really give you a Porsche vibe. It's not just the front, everything in front of the driver also looks like a Porsche. The steering wheel, the levers, and these two buttons. Speaking of physical buttons, the car has plenty of them, all very handy. And if you still want more, you can even add a bunch of buttons and dials below the screen. What's more, you can also add a wireless charger on the top left corner of the screen and a pile of gadgets on top. But I don't really see the need for these add-ons. The car already comes with a 50-watt wireless charger. Why add another in this obstructive spot? And the gadgets don't quite match the overall design. Maybe get a big one like in the Porsche Sport Chromo package, or make it 3 like in a modified car. Well, just my random thoughts. But anyway, it's great that there are lots of options for customizing the interior. This is a very important question because Mr. Lei Jun has publicly described this car as a driver's car. And Chris Bangle is telling the same story. But is it really the case? Simply put, yes it is. Driving it on the mountain roads in Beijing was an amazing experience. The steering was super responsive and precise, without that heavy feel you might expect from a big saloon that is over 5 meters long. The suspension allowed a bit of lean at the start of the turn, but then held up really well. The throttle pedal felt just right in terms of response, smoothness, and feel, and you don't have to be all that careful even in sport mode. As for the brakes, it was a pleasant surprise. It has the Bosch one-box system that completely separates the mechanical braking from the region. So no matter what setting you are using, the brake pedal feels consistently nice. If there's something to nitpick, it might be the feel of the steering. When I was turning it across the dead zone, no matter from left or right, I can feel a noticeable change in force. Kinda like the car's awkwardly telling you, you've reached the center. But other than that, it's pretty much spot on. Then we hit the highway. The SU7 in comfort mode feels like an entirely different species. The air suspension smooths out every noticeable road excitation while still letting you feel the road. The cabin is really quiet, which is impressive given its frameless doors and single-layer glass. And the autopilot is quite reliable, changing lanes and selecting route more swiftly and decisively than Neo's NOP. To be honest, it is this balance between comfort and handling that made me adore this car. On one hand, it respects the whole fun of driving thing with its fine quality, smooth response, a traction control system that lets you slide a bit, and plenty of driving modes. It's all about the purest sensation without letting high-tech stuff ruin it. On the other hand, the cozy cabin and smart driver assistance can make you feel very relaxed on the road. To me, that is exactly what makes a good driver's car. Normally, we shouldn't care too much about the practicality of a sports car, but given its mainstream price, 5-meter long body, and being Xiaomi's first car, it should have a decent back. Well, does it? Decent is a perfect word for describing the practicality of the Xiaomi SU7. It's not extraordinary, but for its look, it's not bad either. First of all, in the back seat, with my height of 1.9 meters, my head and legs are not touching anything. The seat is comfortable, the backrest angle is good, and the built-in refrigerator is a pleasant surprise. But you can see that there's not much room for my head at this point, and such headroom is achieved with a lower sitting position. Fortunately, the heat isolation of the sunroof is pretty good, otherwise it might feel like getting a perm. In contrast, the storage space is so much better. The trunk is 517 liters, and there are storage compartments everywhere for phones, umbrellas, and whatnot. Additionally, there's also a frunk with a volume of up to 107 liters. For most of our viewers, this might be the most fascinating aspect of them all. But this is the Xiaomi we are talking about. Software intelligence is its strongest suit, so it's probably gonna be the most boring part today. Why boring? Because as a Mi fan, I'm getting a bit tired of the fact that Xiaomi always delivers. Sorry, I'm spoiled. And this time is no exception. Although I thought I had a decent understanding of the smart ecosystem after using the new phone, Xiaomi has once again gone beyond my imagination. Firstly, let's talk about the phone car connection with the HyperOS. It allows real-time mirroring on the car display with independent operation. Comparing to other cars with similar features, this one doesn't differ much in functionality. The key differences are features like phone ringing to reveal its location, voice command for phone payments, and pinning phone apps on the home screen. But what truly surprises me is its compatibility with other devices. Besides connecting to Xiaomi phone or using a Xiaomi tablet as a real entertainment screen, it can connect to your iPhone via CarPlay, or turn your iPad into a screen, and even connect to any phone to control the HVAC, entertainment, and seat adjustment after downloading an app through the car's Wi-Fi. Controlling a Xiaomi car with a Neo phone is indeed a peculiar experience. Lastly, let's not forget Xiaomi's trump card, its smart home ecosystem. SU7's HyperOS comes with Mi Home app, so you can easily use Xiaoai at home to check and control the car, or use voice command in the car to control home appliance. Moreover, you can even access home surveillance footage directly from the car's display. Paired with the powerful large model, Xiaoai has truly become a virtual assistant, like Jarvis from MCU, because it can have seamless conversations, provide information, and help you control all smart devices in various aspects of your life in a very natural way. This is what I meant by saying only Xiaomi can do. Now let's address the question I posed at the beginning. Indeed, Xiaomi has managed to build a great car in just 3 years. Whether it's in terms of mechanical aspect, electric capabilities, or smart features, the SU7 delivers satisfactory results. Judging from their current overseas sales channels for smartphones, this SU7 are likely to become one of the most globally influential Chinese cars. As you guys are watching this video, Xiaomi has already started taking orders, and my boss George has already placed one. They say it will be delivered within a week. At that time, I will give it a proper spin and see how it really goes. So stay tuned, there will be more of it.